Hi everyone, I'm Red Sea Reefer and welcome to this latest Focus Friday video. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not, please feel free to hit the subscribe button so you can get notifications whenever I upload a new video. And thanks for watching. Today I'm going to give you a quick overview of the tank, so nothing in particular this week to discuss. Although I will discuss a little bit, I'll go a little bit deeper into coral growth, since that's always a nice subject to talk about. And other than that, I'll just we'll see what we encounter. As you've seen in my previous videos, I'm a big fan of this food, mastic. I'm always feeding it in the weekends, so on a Friday and usually on a Saturday or Sunday as well. So don't overfeed it because it will definitely increase your nutrients in your tank if you feed it every day, for example. But your fish will really like it. So that's always a nice moment also to spot some of the fish, since they are always eager to eat from it. So as you can see here, I have some Anthias. These are called Evansi. I used to have 5. And I think I still have 5, but there are 4 now that you can see. The funny thing is that the blue hippo tang, ever since I've added it to the tank, it's actually a part of the Avansi group. So most of the time you can see them hanging out together. Somehow I think the hippo thinks the Avansi are his family. Well, that's always funny to watch. So about coral growth, a lot of different corals grow in different ways, like these ears, mushroom corals. They split themselves, or they create some new offspring next to it. That's their preferred method of duplicating. Then these euphyllias, they grow they grow new heads, so an existing head will split into 2 or 3 even, and that way it will increase its size. Soft corals, they grow they shed their skin actually, so they grow in a very unique way, in that they once every while, as you can see right now, their polyps are not extending, and they're they're creating a new layer of skin, or they're actually shedding their old layer of skin, and that will enable them to grow. As you can see, this one is doing that right now. Same goes for this one. This soft coral, it has just gone through the process, so it's just out of its old skin for a day or 2 or 3, so it's really fresh now. As you can see, Monties, like here, they just grow and add new pieces to themselves. Goniopora are actually very slow growers. It's pretty rare to see them create offspring. What they do is they create a little bubble on top of their own skeleton, and they release that. So that way you'll have a very tiny ball of Goniopora. And I've seen some people who had that, but I never had it myself. Even one guy, he had a Goniopora that created I think 6 or 7 tiny Goniopora at once. It was really fun to watch, to see them grow. It's already, I think, 2 years back, so it's pretty rare, but it happens. Then zoanthus, of course, which I might have told you before, they also create new polyps next to them whenever they are in the right conditions. So all of these colonies started out from, I think, 2 to 4 polyps each, And for example, these purple monsters, they grow like crazy. These are really fast growers. I'm happy that my Gorgonian is much happier than before. Actually, I haven't seen it this happy since I just bought it. I feared it might start to decline for a week or so, but it's back in full colors. Also, one look back here. A while back I showed you a Focus Friday video on coral bleaching, and this coral right there in the back, this Lobophilia, is one of the victims that I showed you back then. It has been doing quite well since then. The deterioration has stopped, and actually the color, I can see it regaining a little bit. So I'm fairly hopeful that this will eventually return to good health, which I'm very happy about. Then another great grower is this Montipora. It's a very simple kind of Montipora, so it's nothing fancy, nothing special, just a red Montipora. But it's creating a really nice cap, and it's growing in size quite rapidly, and I really like that. Whenever it's getting out of hand, I'll just break off a little piece and then glue it somewhere else. Another piece of coral that has been growing quite well lately is this Millepora. Millepora is a form of Acropora, and it has fairly long tentacles or polyps, so that's what distinguishes them, and it has been doing quite well. Behind that is a piece of Montipora. I think it's referenced to as Montipora Superman, and it's already growing over the base of the Millepora, so I'm very curious to see once they touch which one will eventually be victorious. I'm afraid it will be the Montipora, which will, if I'm not doing anything about it, will eventually grow over the Acropora, Millepora. So I'll have to prevent that one, but it will take at least a month or two before that even happens. And right in between the two Monties, you can see an Acropora, which has emerged there from a piece of growth that was already there. And that's actually a strawberry shortcake. It's a green Acropora with pink growth tips. And the one on top, which is directly above that, is also a strawberry shortcake, but I've had it for a long time and it hasn't been doing very well, but somehow it manages to survive. But yeah, it's not growing the way it should. Like for example the piece below, the small piece below. Another piece of coral that has grown very much over the past year is this Tylophora. It was very small when I bought it, just a frag, and as you can see right now it has become quite a huge piece of coral, which stretches about 15 centimeters in width both ways. So I'm really really proud of that, since somehow it has managed to grow this much in my tank, even despite my somewhat higher nutrients. This Tylophora is going strong. On the back you of course will recognize the green star polyp, which has been there for a long time, and yeah, it's a very this way you can see it better. It has grown all the way to the top, and now it's forming new kind of blobs at the top, so I'll eventually have to cut that, since it will it will cover up more of the tank than I would like. But overall I like it a lot. As a sort of background of the tank, as you can see, right, like this. Gives the tank a really nice lively look. And other than that, the fish, apologies for that, the fish are doing well. This sand sifter manages to keep the tank clean, although since yesterday I spotted a little brown stuff on the sand, so trouble in paradise perhaps. Maybe it's because I removed the bio pellets. Now I remember. I promised that I would give you an overview of my sump. So let's do that. So we'll move from the tank to the sump area in the final part of the video. So, as you might know, I added a new skimmer recently. It's an Octo Regal 150S. The reason that I bought it is that my Vertex Alpha 200 broke down. The pump broke down, and these pumps are very expensive. So, and since it was a pretty old skimmer, I thought it might be best to just replace it completely with this Octo Regal. It has a Vario pump inside, which is doing a really nice job in creating good bubbles. It's skimming a little bit too wet at the moment, as you can see. It's also the fact that I'm feeding mastic is contributing to that at the moment. Overall, it has been running for about 1.5–2 weeks now, and I have to say it's a good skimmer. It does fairly well. And then my mini fuge. As you can see right here, there's Jecod algae inside, and there's a bit of flow coming from this hose. It's the one that also is feeding the chiller and the UVC. And here's the light. This is a Tunze aquarium light, which is it has a different it has a wide spectrum of lights. Right now I'm having it's activated on white and a little bit of red LEDs, as you can see in the reflection right here. I can turn it around, but it will be very bright, so might not be the best on video. Let's see if I can turn it a little bit down. Alright, that's. I hope that doesn't cause you any attacks. So back to the fuge. So I hope this will grow over time, and it is a replacement of the bio pellets, like I mentioned before. I took the bio pellets out and added this. I hope it survives. I tried it before, but somehow it died after a while. So yeah, another shot at this, and let's hope that it works this time. So that's quite a long video already. This was possible because somewhere half in between, when I was showing you the Monty, the video stopped because I received a call on my phone. So that's why this video is slightly longer than 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video this week, and thanks for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. So have a great weekend. Bye bye.